Hey everyone, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be trying out some affordable makeup. I don't have a complete full face, but I do have quite a bit of items to try. So if you want to go ahead and see what I have, how this is going to turn out, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I went ahead and pinned my hair back so we can get started. So the first product I have to try is this Ulta Beauty Cool Committee Cooling Jelly Face Primer. This says it has green tea extract and rice silk powder, works to moisturize and helps reduce the appearance of pores. It says to apply on clean skin and blend, can be worn alone or under makeup for a soft, smooth complexion. This was actually on sale for like $4 on their little sale section, and it said it's a jelly face primer, so I instantly thought of like Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, you know, all of those ones that has like a grip to it because it has a jelly consistency. So we are going to test this out and see how this goes. So I'm gonna pop it open, and it also has like this green color, so it's green. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand here, and that's what that looks like. Okay, it's very, very thin in consistency, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to the face. There's no tackiness to it. It's definitely not like Milk Hydro Grip or any of the jelly primers that I was thinking of. It's definitely got like a clean, you can definitely smell like the green tea in here. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like there's almost like a greasy feel to it. And I don't think it did anything really as far as the pores go. I don't really even know what this primer is supposed to do. I don't really feel anything. I feel kind of greasy. We'll see if it smooths out foundation. All right, the next item up is actually a beauty sponge, and this one, I wouldn't say this would be considered affordable. I would consider her brand more high-end, still at a decent cost. And I don't remember the price of this beauty blender, so I'll have to leave it down below if I remember. But this is the Laura Lee LL Beauty sponge. I didn't really have an affordable new sponge to try, and I had this. I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. It is a unique design. It's got like this tan color to it. Apparently it's supposed to be really good for precise application, flat surface for baking. So let me go ahead and pop this out. All right, so this is the sponge, decent size. It is kind of firm, so I wonder how big it's gonna expand, but yes, this side is a very flat side. Then you have this side here. To be honest, I mean, it's really good for precise application. I can definitely see getting in there pretty well, but I would use this to put on my foundation too. I don't know, I don't like putting foundation on like with this side. I'm gonna go ahead and wet the sponge so we can see how big it expands. All right, so it expanded quite a bit. This thing is a lot bigger now, so let's go ahead and get into the foundation we're gonna try. All right, so the foundation I have is this Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. This was only $6.99 as hyaluron and aloe vera 24-hour long-lasting hydration. I picked up the shade Warm Cashew just because I know I've been self-tanning, so I wanted something that was going to match, so we'll see how that goes. And let's see. So it's a hydrating foundation with hyaluronic acid and aloe vera 24-hour long wear finish and lasting moisturization with a natural coverage finish and weightless skin feel. So I'm assuming this will give me like a light medium coverage. And as you can see, I do have some acne going on. This is what the container looks like. Now out of the box, the shade looks lighter than what the box had on it, so we will see how that goes. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand just so we can see. It's a little light, but I'm sure we can make it work. All right, so I'm just gonna put a decent amount directly to the back of my hand like this. It is a watery, and I'm just going to pick it up with the flat side of the sponge, and we're just gonna start patting that on in. Definitely on the lighter coverage because you can still see stuff coming through. And definitely not the greatest shade. I feel like I squeezed quite a bit out and it didn't go that far. Like that squeeze I put on my hand is only covering this much. I am a girl who does like more medium to full coverage because I do have the acne and I want to cover it up. So I went ahead and went in with some more. And now let's go to this side. But it does seem to be covering my redness. So that's a plus. I do like this sponge too. I feel like it's doing a really good job at getting that product in there and moving it around nicely. I'm assuming the reason why I keep having to go into more is because it is a very watery consistency. And there is a scent to the foundation, but it's like a florally clean smell almost. All right, and now I'm just gonna try to see if I can build it up a little bit in these areas. And the foundation itself is laying down pretty nicely. It's just, it would be more of like a lighter coverage foundation, something I would just wear maybe if I was doing like a no makeup day or like just running out of the house. Not something I would use like full glam because it doesn't cover up everything completely. All right, so this is my face with the foundation on. I think the skin like looks good. It's just not covering up all of my like imperfections because it's not a full coverage. Next up to try, I picked up this I Heart Revolution Heartbreakers concealer that says it has coconut extract and vitamin C's, E, A, B3, and B5. And let's see. Yep, that's all it says in there. It is a decent size bottle and it's very cute, like on the top is a heart. It is kind of like a velvety matte feel, which is nice. And I hope this is a good shade. Oh my god, even the applicator is in the shape of a heart. That is so adorable. All right, so I'm just gonna apply some here. Oh, I don't really know if I like this applicator. It feels kind of rough. And it's kind of hard to get the product out because there's like it's like a very tiny hole. Yeah, so far I don't like this applicator at all. And this consistency looks very thinning. Man, I like went for like the light coverage makeup. And now I'm just gonna pat that in. Now for me, I naturally crease under my eyes, so I try not to be too harsh about like the creasing unless it like accentuates it, because I crease naturally because I have so much like skin under there. I do think that that is a lighter coverage concealer. I want to add, see if I can add just a little bit more. It's not a full coverage concealer. I don't even consider this medium coverage, but it did blend out pretty okay. Yeah, that creasing does not look that great underneath my eyes. This is a no-go for me. All right, so before I set the rest of my face, because I don't have a powder to try, I do have this product here. This is the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. This is in the shade Chestnut, I believe. And the reason for me picking this up was because I saw Michaela on TikTok. She compared this to the Charlotte Tilbury Contour, and so I really want to try it out. So we're just gonna wind that on up. There we go, we're getting somewhere. All right, so she goes ahead and she dots this on her face. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here. Ooh, that is dark. I'm hoping this turns out okay. And then on the forehead. And I'm not gonna do my neck or anything. I'm just gonna start there and we're gonna see how this goes. I hope I didn't get too dark of a shade. I'm gonna take this end here and start dabbing that on in. Oh my God. This is gonna be so bad. I am ruining my makeup. Oh my God. I think I got too dark of a shade. I did something wrong. Oh my God. I either used way too much or I got the wrong shade. Okay, well, we're this far into it. I'm just gonna keep going. And I'm hoping if I can set my face with powder, it'll lighten it up. There is pull happening there. I don't know what's happening there. Oh my God, this is not good. I am gonna go ahead and set my face and hope that that is gonna cover up some of this. Okay guys, so I went to go ahead and try to powder my face and it looked horrendous. So I took my makeup off, I reapplied my products, and I went back in with this one more time and I used just like 1 to 2 dots and it blended out pretty nice. And now I have powder on my face, so it settled it down. I will say for some reason, I mean, it looks good over here. For some reason over here, it's pulling from this area here. I don't know if it's the product, if it's the foundation, if it's the primer, but it's not doing it over here. But moving right along, the next product I have to try out is this Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer in Too Warm. So we are gonna go ahead and try this out and maybe it'll help this area. I mean, this is first impressions. This isn't supposed to be perfect unless every single product you got was amazing, which sometimes can be hard to do. But I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up this. There's no scent to it. And I'm just going to apply it right there. I'm not going to do too much since this is showing so well through the powder, but it's putting like the redness of the bronzer right in that patch area, but you still see the patch. So the bronzer looks really good over here, but because of that patch there, my face looks muddy on this side. I don't like this side of my face, but I like how this side of my face is looking. I am going to go ahead and take the sponge now and take the pointed end here so we can sculpt out. All right, so while that's on, we're gonna go ahead and dive into blushes. And I have these 2 blushes from Fit Me. We have this one in the shade Wine and this one in the shade Peach. Peach does look like it might have some shimmer in it. We're gonna go ahead and pop these open and swatch them. I've never tried a blush from Maybelline Fit Me before. That is a very pretty peach color. It does have a little bit of a shine to it. I'm not really a fan of peachy, or not peachy, like shimmery blushes. This one looks like it might have a little bit of shimmer too. They are really, really pretty. and not overly shiny either. I do think I want to go in with the peach one though, just something a little lighter. I don't want to keep putting like darker makeup on, especially with the muddiness right now. All right, so just taking my blush brush here, we're just gonna pop that on. What the hell? Look at how muddy that looks. Oh my God. It's like really starting to like discolor. Come on, blush, help me save this. It's like starting to like discolor. That does not look good. But we're gonna keep going because we're trying new products. I really am not convinced about this being like a contour dupe. I mean, I don't know. I've never tried the Charlotte Tilbury one, so I couldn't tell you. But like, if that's the way that makes my skin look, like, I don't want it. I'm good. All right, so I don't have a highlighter to try, so I'm just gonna go into my ColourPop Lunch Money highlighter since it's on the affordable side, and just pop some on here. All right, guys, so I feel like my skin looks atrocious. You can see so much discoloration happening in there, and I don't know if that didn't help when I put the bronzer on top or what happened, but it is not looking very good at all. But moving on into the next product, we have two brow items to try. I have the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. This is a brow pomade in the medium brown shade. Then I also picked up the infamous The Brow Glue by NYX Cosmetics. So I don't really know if this goes on like after you do your brows or you just do this by itself. But I do prefer my brows to be filled. So I think I'm gonna go in with this first and then maybe we'll play into that after. This is how big the component is, kind of tiny. And there is the brow pomade. And we also do get a spoolie and a brush. I don't know if I really care for this, but let me take a look at it. It feels kind of nice, so I think we'll try it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and brush my brows. I hate my brows so much. They are just not cute at all. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and line the bottom. It's going on nice and creamy. They look pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other one and I'll be right back. All right, so now that I have my brows done, I figured I'd go through with it with the brow gel or the glue. I know that it's supposed to, like, you're supposed to make it to where like your brows stand up, but I don't want to do that because my brows are crazy. So I'm just gonna put a little bit over this just to set them in place. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and put my eye base on and we'll be right back to jump into the palette. All right guys, so now that my base is on, it's time to jump into a palette. And the palette I have is the 35S Sweet Oasis palette. I went back and forth if I wanted this because, I mean, I can find these colors probably in other palettes, but after looking at it, I really thought it was super cute and I had to have it. And I really enjoy Morphe's formula. And the packaging on this is so cute. Looks like a sunset, absolutely gorgeous. and the pinks and blue tones in here are so pretty. And this is what the palette looks like. I really want to dabble into like the blue pink tones here. Very, very gorgeous. I'm not going to go through and swatch them all. So let's see where we want to go with this. I really want to get into the blues. So the first shade I'm going to go into is this shade here. This is called Saltwater Dip, and I'm going to put this all in my crease. All right, so now I'm gonna go into a smaller fluffy brush. We're gonna go into Infinity Pool, which is this shade here, and just buff that even further into my crease. All right, next I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to go into the shade Hidden Cove, which is this shade here, and put this all on the outer corner. All right, so now I want to incorporate some pink. So I'm going to go in with Revel in It, which is this shade here, and that's going to go all in that blank space. Very pretty. So now for the bottom lash line, I think I want to line with this color here called Picture Perfect, and then buff out with one of the lighter shades, probably Private Villa, which is this one here. All right, and then now for my inner corner, I'm gonna go in with the shade Island Hop, which is the shade here, and we're gonna pop that right in the inner corner. This look is very, very pretty. So I don't have any new lashes or mascara, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so now that my eyes are done, it's time to move on to the next product, which is lips. And I picked up some different products. So I've already tried the NYX Shine Loud products, but I did pick up some new shades. These are the shades I got. I got this blue one in Disruptor. I got this like dark green blue one in Self-Taught Millionaire. And then I got this one in Next Gen Thinking. And then I also picked up the NYX This Is Milky Gloss. It is a pretty shade. This is in Milk and Honey, but it's not going to go with this look. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of these. And I think I'm going to go in with this one. I think this is really pretty, but I'm not wanting to do too much blue. So I think we're going to go in with this shade here. And so of course the first thing you do is you put on the lipstick side. Oh, I hope that doesn't look too bad. We'll see how it goes. All right, so now we let this dry for about 90 seconds. All right, so now that they feel tight, we're gonna go in with the other side with the gloss. Even though that came out more purple than I thought, it is very pretty. And remember, I can just do a quick wear test for you guys. Maybe like a couple little things came off, but for the most part, it doesn't come off. And the last thing to try out is this Milani Green Goddess Cannabis Sativa Oil Hydrating Face Mist. I actually found this on the sale rack for half off this yellow ticket. So it was $9.99. I got it for $5. And let's see how this mist is. Pretty fine. Not a bad smell either. It smells pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and set the face with this. I don't know if it's really supposed to do anything, but it felt nice. So now let's run through the products so I can let you guys know what I think. The primer, I don't really know what to think of it because it says jelly primer and it didn't feel like a consistency of a jelly. I don't think my skin looks bad underneath, so who knows, this could have done something good. So I will continue to try that out and see, but as a first impression, I really don't have anything bad to say about it except for like false advertisement for it being like a jelly. It didn't feel like a jelly. Moving on next to the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. This is a lighter to medium coverage, so if that's what you're into, definitely try picking this up. When I look at my skin actually doesn't look bad at all. So like if I want like a no makeup day, then I will definitely go for something like this. I will say the shades on there are kind of confusing because the packaging on the outside looked darker than what it's showing here. And it was definitely lighter than I thought it was going to be. So it's really hard to kind of get your right shade from what I could see when looking at it, and online didn't really help that much. Next we have the Heart Revolution Heartbreaker Concealer. I don't like this. I feel like underneath my eyes are creasing a little bit more than normal, and it was very light coverage. It wasn't like a full coverage or anything, and the applicator sucked. Like it was cute, shaped in a heart and all, but it sucked. I didn't like this. The Revolution Eye Bright Concealer using the darker shade as contour, absolutely not. I don't like this. I mean, it could have very well been me that just didn't apply it right or do something right. I mean, this side of my face looks okay, but this side had patchiness to it, and I just don't like the tone. It could have been the tone. I could have gotten too dark of a shade to use as the contour, but for me, that was a no-go. The bronzer is very pretty. It is more on the warmer side, so if you like that more red toned bronzer, you might like this. It looks really good on top on this side. I just don't like this side of my face. Then the blushes are pretty. They are more of like a, like they're not like glitter, like there's not chunks of glitter in there, but they are more of a illuminating blush. And I'm not a huge fan of illuminating blushes, but they are subtle, so they are pretty. Then for the brow pomade, I liked the brow pomade. I thought it worked really nice and my brows look really good. I normally hate my brows and they look okay today. This palette, absolutely stunning, gorgeous. If these types of tones are up your alley, check this palette out. For only $25, you get 35 shades in here. The packaging is adorable and my eyes look really pretty. I really do like them. Then of course the lips. I wish I could have tried this out. I will try it out eventually. I just need to make sure that I put a better eye look to go with this. But I do like the Shine Loud because it allows my lips to look like I have a gloss on without having a gloss. It doesn't smudge, smear, anything like that. And this color is actually really pretty. That's why I went ahead and picked up some more of the colorful ones, because I have more of like the neutral tones. So I wanted to like get into, I love colorful stuff, so colorful lips is fine. The NYX brow glue, it seems to have really held my brows in place, but I need to try it where that technique where you pull your brows up. I just don't like my brows, so I didn't want to do that. So I will definitely be trying this out some more. And then lastly, the face mist. Face mist smelled pretty good. It didn't bother me at all. Very fine mist, looks really nice. Nothing is happening to my skin. It's not altering anything, so that's a plus. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping you can still buy this on the website. I found this at Ulta for on like the sale section. So check out your Ulta. Maybe you can find out the line there too. I did get other products. Like I got a sleep mask and I got the eye primer or the eye cream as well, which I was going to try in this video and I forgot. So make sure to check up your local Ulta and see what's on their sale rack. I love checking that stuff out and seeing what I can find. But anyway, I hope that you guys liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. I'd love to have you a part of the fam, and I hope that you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.